You are now listening to Dear Dope Chick, a weekly podcast created to inspire and energize women to live life on their own terms. I'm your host, Felicia, and here's today's dose of dope. Dear Dope Chick, welcome and welcome back. Are you ready to take some action today? For those of you who are new here, who haven't been here in quite a while, or have been rocking with me since day one, Dear Dope Chick is an action-based podcast. So what does that mean? That means that every single episode you are challenged to take one small step that aligns with living life on your own terms. That means you're taking one step today that aligns with the lifestyle that you most desire. Small, big, however you want to label this step, this course of action, let it be. The reality is, it doesn't matter. As long as you progress forward, as long as you decide to do something different, as long as you decide to take charge of your life today, you are doing exactly what it takes, acknowledging that you are accountable and responsible for your future. Your future starts today. Regardless of if you are aware of that or not, your future starts today. It starts with the actions that you take today. There is no future without whatever you do today. The past is the past, it's done. Can't do anything about that. What you can do is look into today, reach into this moment, and in this moment, you have a balancing act. There is a scale that is a representation of where you are right now. You're at a very neutral point. Tip the scales one way, you're going that way. Tip the scales another way, you're going that way. You have the opportunity right now to decide where you want to go. I highly encourage you to move in the direction where your heart is taking you. You owe it to yourself to steer your life in the direction that you've always wanted to go. And you can do that for yourself today. Which leads me into today's action. Today's action is to pivot to progress. Pivot to progress. There comes a time in our journeys where we arrive at a crossroad or dead end, or realize that the path we're currently on isn't the direction that we want to go. We don't want to continue down this path. In these cases, pivoting is the play. There's no other course correction that's somewhat even viable of an option. But what we're not doing is stopping completely. There's no quitting involved. But pivoting, yes, that's the move all day, every day. So what is pivoting? Pivoting is acknowledging that what we're doing isn't working and finding a completely different way to do it. This doesn't have to look like a 180 shift. It can be a small tweak that we implement in our daily lives. So think of changing our wake up times from earlier to later or vice versa. Testing different food combinations or recipes, introducing different leisure and downtime activities, adjusting our attitudes before responding to others, opening ourselves up to different perspectives and different practices. Small tweaks, obviously, and we know that small tweaks can make huge impacts. So it doesn't have to be anything major, it doesn't have to be a complete life overhaul, but in some instances that is required. Whether there is a goal present or not, we know deep down inside whether our lifestyles feel authentic to us or not. When we are able to connect with ourselves on a deeper level, we understand our interconnectedness to the universe and can fully assess whether or not we are on the path that most aligns with who we are at our core. Getting to that level of understanding is the key component to living life on your own terms. So how do we get there? Well, over the course of the week, continue making the necessary adjustments in your life with purpose, with passion, and with persistence. Why move with purpose? Well, purposeful movements are filled with intention. We ask ourselves why. Why am I moving the way I'm moving? Answering this question keeps us from moving for the sake of movement. Rather, it requires us to use our vision beyond what our two eyes can see and to tap into what we truly want in our lives. Visualization exercises such as the one we did in episode 1 are ways that we can stay in tune with our why, with our purpose, with our intention. Another dope way to make purposeful moves is to listen to your heart. What is your heart yearning to do? What is it saying to do in this situation? Don't worry about getting it right or wrong. Right and wrong are subjective. Life is about learning. Go with the attitude of learning. Go with a learning spirit. Embracing that part of life, the process, is an important stepping stone to get you where you want to go. Without it, how will you know when it's time to pivot? So now let's talk about passion. And moving with passion ensures we are moving with intention and integrity. There's no purpose without passion. Matter of fact, the flame of passion that resides within us is what ignites us into action. We'll be going in circles and making meaningless moves without it. How that captures integrity is this: our passion is strongly rooted in our innate nature. It's from deep within, so it stands up to our moral code. It captures our personal beliefs and showcases our value system. Think about how you behave when you're passionate about something. Your whole demeanor changes. You are confident in your speech. You are speaking from the heart. You are freely sharing information you want to help others understand. You are open to a deeper discussion regarding it. That's passion and purpose. Now, throw persistence into the mix. Now, persistence is the cousin of consistent, sprinkled with passion, purpose, and a dogged attitude. Consistency looks like behavior in the same manner time and time again. When you show up for the gym every day, you are consistent. When you eat ice cream after dinner every night, you are consistent. When you check your social media every day, you are consistent. Persistence, on the other hand, occurs when you are facing difficulties and decide, okay, I see the challenge and that shit ain't gonna stop me though. It looks like finding a way to exercise and move your body even when you aren't able to move like you used to. Maybe you had a hip replacement, maybe you're pregnant, maybe you have MS, maybe you have some other physical disability or mental ailment. None of that is stopping you from taking charge of your health. Persistence looks like finding a way after you've been told, no, you can't do this, it's impossible. Basically, it's finding a way rather than finding an excuse. Getting it done is not beyond or beneath you. It's happening regardless of your circumstances or your situations. Hang tight, I'm coming back with my final thoughts after this. Show notes for this episode and all past episodes can be found on adailydoseofdope.com. That is adailydoseofdope.com. Join the community, fam. Every day is full of encouragement, inspiration, and is designed to ignite the flame of passion into action. Enjoy daily text messages and emails. Have the opportunity to discuss with other dope chicks and really start the transformation that is living life on your own terms. adailydoseofdope.com. I cannot wait to see you there. So my final thoughts are this: when purpose, passion, and persistence link up, you become an unstoppable force. There's absolutely nothing that can stand in your way. No challenge is too difficult. No circumstance is too left field. There's no situation that cannot be situated. There's you, and then there's a way. And every single time you seem to find each other. It's inevitable. So use that passion, use that purpose, use that persistence to your advantage. Don't specialize in using it to fuel your excuses. Instead, use it to fuel your dreams, your deepest desires. You know when your heart is tugging you to do different. You know when the path you're forging feels forced. You know when you're blindly following someone else's path for you because you lack the vision. See the vision for yourself. Stay still long enough to download the information that is awaiting you, to download and to uncover and to dig deeper requires your stillness. It requires your patience. It requires your passion. It requires your persistence. Scratching the surface isn't enough to sustain you on your journey. Knowing why requires peeling back the layers, most of which don't even belong to you anyway. You've been painted over and layered up so much in your life. Think of all the things everyone's been throwing at you. They tell you that you have to have this, you put it on. They tell you that you need to do this, you wear it. They label you. They tell you you can't. They strip you of your identity. They cover you up. Somewhere deep down inside, there is you. You're not the facade that you've been living all this time. You're in there. Peel back those layers. Dig deeper. Find out who you are at your core. Discovering, uncovering, and recovering you, your purpose, your passion, is a lifelong journey. Don't rush the process. Enjoy it. Life, when enjoyed, takes on a new meaning and a new perspective. The only way to experience life in its fullness and to see the progress you want to see is to pivot. Commit to pivoting today. Don't get stuck. You don't have to worry about being somewhere that you don't want to be, because pivoting allows you to make the moves when you know that the path that you're on is not the path for you. Don't worry about how long it's taking you to realize this. The past is the past. Now is your chance to truly live. Give yourself space to figure out your path, grace to continue onward, and the love that turns your passion into action. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing out. Thank you for taking action. Thank you for listening. Thank you for considering. Thank you for implementing. Thank you for digging deeper. Thank you for inquiring. And most importantly, thank you for being you. I'll see you in the next episode. For more dope messages, be sure to visit adailydoseofdope.com and become a member. Also, cop your dope merch at deardopechick.com and follow us on all of our social media at Dear Dope Chick, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Thank you so much for listening, and as always, be you, be dope. Love, P.